Hi, spring, oh, that's terrible, start over. I never say hi. Well, spring has sprung, and I know so because my back patio is starting to get the slightest bit of mint sprigs coming up through the yard, and that means that it's time for infusions. So I thought I would teach everybody a very quick, fun infusion that you can do that doesn't take a lot to make the recipe, and you can kind of store it and tuck it away and use it in the next 30 days if you like, just depending on the flavor, because you just can't mess up an infusion. You can dial up, dial down the flavor, you can let it sit on the shelf for a couple months, or you can drink it within weeks. So to get started, if you tuned in with me to learn a little bit about wild turkey and food pairings, you know that I chose the cherry note that was so predominant for me when tasting this whiskey. So of course that's going to be part of my infusion. And then couldn't help myself but to pluck some of that delicious mint off the patio because I thought it gave a really nice herbaceous note. And because I love Manhattans, this is kind of my version of a black Manhattan infusion that you can use and pour directly into your glass and start mixing, or instead of mixing all of the ingredients together. Because a black Manhattan requires Amaro syrup. It's kind of a liqueur and it has just the slightest bit of licorice taste. And for an infusion, you can choose any size glass jar that you want. It could be a mason jar, it could be a very large party jar, but because we can't have a lot of people come over, I'm going to choose a small jar for my husband and I, and this should take us about, I don't know, 2 days to drink. Teasing. But what I'm going to do is first just move the lid off, and I always put my ingredients in first because once you pour the whiskey in, it will actually raise. So just to pour a little bit of the cherries in, and then a quick layer of the mint. Do you see how easy this is to do? And then I'm going to pour a little bit of this rare brie just to get some of the flavors marrying with it. And you know as well as I do with a great Manhattan, you always have a little bit of that cherry note and some of the bitters. But the beauty of it is the bitters is the only element that you'll have to add when you pour this infusion as a Manhattan. Let's add a little bit more of my cherries. Some more of my mint because it will float to the top, and then finish it off with the rest of my wild turkey. Beautiful. And then of course just a splash, that's why I call it Black Manhattan, of the Amaro. Just a splash of the syrup. And I'm going to give it a quick stir just to get it macerated a little bit. You see how the mint comes to the top immediately, which is nice to look at on the shelf. Cover it up, put it in the fridge, and forget about it. Let it chill for at least 30 days, if not 2 weeks, and then taste it as it goes, and you'll decide when you can just pour it right in your glass. Kind of one-stop shopping. Thanks so much, and hope you have a great spring.